His co-creator of Ethereum says that he thinks it could triple in 2018. I'm not going to pronounce his name right, but Steven Naroff thinks it's quicker and cheaper than the rivals. 33 Rule, good to see ya. Hey David, good to see ya. Merv's, good to see ya. Merv's my #1 super fan. Ethereum 1500, is that where your prediction is? It was just over 1,000 recently. So the co-creator thinks Ethereum could triple in 2018. He says it's quicker and cheaper than the rivals. He said this on today. I think it'll be 11:50. He said that on Monday. He said this on Monday on CNBC Fast Money. That's when he said it. Ethereum is for smart contracts, if you guys are keeping up with that. He says it's just changing a lot. It's coming to the space, oil, gas, gaming industries. It's coming into, some people are even using it for currency as well. So we'll see. He didn't really, I don't think he had anything bad to say about Bitcoin, but obviously people are piggybacking off the popularity of Bitcoin in crypto space and everything. We have David on here as well. David Wang is on here. David, do you want to add anything to this conversation? Do we want to talk about some of the stuff that's coming up? Or are you just going to observe and not necessarily comment on here? Let me know. I can briefly tell a little bit about what we got kind of coming up. But just comment below if you want to actually be part of this particular talk as far as what we're doing. Crypterium, any thoughts? I have not been following Crypterium. Sorry, 33 Rule. Earlier he had talked about insider trading. Okay, so when you say earlier he had talked about it, are you talking about the co-creator of Ethereum? He was talking about insider trading? Or are you talking about me said earlier I was talking about it? Because what I was saying is these guys can get together in the crypto space and they all get together and it's almost like insider trading. It's kind of crazy. Oh, blockchain, okay. So I'm just getting bits and pieces of what you're saying. I don't know if you're saying blockchain is like crypto. Yeah, okay. I was just going to say you're probably driving, so you probably can't text while you're driving. So, all right, well, that's good to know. That way I don't have to wait around for you to accidentally get into an accident. So David and I, David Wang and I are going to, he's been in the disruptive technology space for about 30 years. He's into strategy as well. He's into growth hacking. He's a growth strategist. And him and I are going to be interesting. Now you can't hear me. Okay. I'm not sure why you can't hear me. Hey David, did you know that you can do this? This is something David would like. Hey, you can sketch. Hey David. David's coming on here 1 second. David likes to doodle and sketch. Not really doodle, but like be able to write things down on what we're doing and stuff. So anyways, so David, I don't know if you knew that you could sketch on Periscope. Because I know you like to do that on the iPads and stuff. At the GPU market when you buy hundreds at a time. Driving up the, I don't know what the GPU market is. So anyways, David's been around. He's a growth strategist. He's really into strategy. He's been around. Him and I like data a lot. Him and I have a lot of commonalities. We like data a lot. We like strategy. We like disruption. We both like real estate. We like investing. And I think where we see this as a conduit going forward is, as I said in the earlier scope, TD Ameritrade is like, well, I mean, we couldn't get millennials to trade, but I mean, apparently crypto's allowing us to do that. HQX, I have not heard about that one. There's just so many symbols now, ticker trader symbols. I haven't been able to keep with all of them. AQX has not shown up on here before. So David and I, we think of long-term investing. We've seen a lot of disruption, so we are looking at how do we, instead of talking about stuff from maybe the past that we've learned, whether there's a disconnect or not, why don't we just talk from where you guys are at? And where you guys are at is you're into the crypto space, you're into the blockchain, you're into technology, the future. The top 10 crypto in 6 months. If you could actually, well, I don't know the actual top 10. I think about 7 in the top 10 right now are probably going to be in the top 10. What's on the coinmarketcap.com, I think that's still going to stay pretty relevant. I don't think it's going to change that much. I was a little surprised that Stellar and some of those got up so fast. Wow, Ripple really went down a lot. A lot of money left the whole crypto market, though. Yeah, I think, Ethereum could, but I also think Ripple could pass it as well. I mean, Ripple's market cap is pretty decent. So David and I are going to talk about, Stellar's partnerships. That's pretty important. Avoid markettalks.com. Thank you for that information. Oh, some of the money's coming back into it. They're just putting it into other stuff. So David and I will talk about data. We'll talk about disruption. We'll talk about where tech is headed, what value is the blockchain, and some of these cryptos actually adding. As the .com boom was big back in the day, .com, everybody just added .com onto everything, and eventually the whole cycle burst, right? I think there was retail investors coming in late, and they just wanted to make some money somehow. And a crypto here, that one. Yes, kind of, a couple. If you look, good speed, if you look at a couple of my replays, and search on Periscope on the search engine, Litecoin possibly being supported by Facebook's One, and then Mark Zuckerberg studying crypto. I haven't studied Ripple enough to know that it should get up to 2. A thing about this. Hey, Julian, good to see you back. Julian's actually one of my top 10 super fans, as well as Merbs, who's on there. The thing about a lot of these technologies is it's real questionable on what their values are, because just like an unfinished house, I mean, the value goes up as you continue to finish it and you add value to it. Okay, Elmas, I didn't catch the first part of it before the part that they implemented to their homepage. They're all pilots, really. Pilots as far as pioneering. I just think you have to look at, hey, we got Paradise Pets back. Side note, this is for Paradise Pets live with you guys, but hey, Paradise, you're in youngliving.com, the essential oils. I just talked to my friend Rick, who's in Youngevity. If you want to check my Periscope from 10 days ago, he was with my real estate agent client. It was called Investing in Health. It was a previous scope from 10 days ago. You can see him on there, but I just talked to him on Messenger about 5 minutes ago, and he actually wants to connect with you. I think you two should connect. So if you could, Paradise Pets, T-Mac, if you could reach me on Messenger, I want to introduce you to Rick. I've known him for about 14 years. He's a good friend, and he's good at networking as well. So Ethereum, could it triple? I don't know. If you're just joining us now, that's what this is about. The co-creator thinks in 2018 it could possibly triple because it's faster than its rivals and cheaper. I'm not sure if the Ripple token has a purpose. That's my worry. Merbs, fair point. Ripple, as you know, is centralized versus decentralized, so that's where the challenge is. So, Merbs, you bring up a good point, and I'll come back into full circle into what I'm basically saying is there's so much disruption. It's like, is it going to have, like, just like MySpace. Like, MySpace had a purpose at one point, but eventually it didn't anymore, right? And yep, Bitcoin is really slow. Transaction costs are just really high compared to where they used to be. I heard it went from like $5 to $30 or something like that. And that's another thing. It's being disrupted by other faster ones, right? See, Binance have stopped new members joining in, going to stop a lot of freshmen coming in. Yeah, I agree with that, Jason. That's a lot of the demand as well. There's actually about 5 different exchanges now that are actually not letting people on. I've done previous scopes on that. If you guys ever want to search on Periscope and look under the headlines, I have done specific ones about Binance not allowing new people on, and I actually did one where there's like 4 other exchanges now. I don't remember them all at the time, but yeah, the thing is we've seen thousands of disruptions over the years, David and I, and it's like you're just gonna keep seeing the money move around as disruptions keep evolving better. But Bitcoin is about to add new something, so it gets faster. Yeah, well, like Bitcoin Cash, like last time, Ripple long term. Also there's some people that think Ripple could take a big dip or whatever, because some of the tests, I guess, that are out there haven't run that well with some of the big clients. So as long as they're keeping the big clients happy, because it's a business-to-business thing, right? Financial institutions. What do you guys think on Tron? What do you think you should do? I mean, right now it's pretty low compared to where it just was. I mean, I don't think you necessarily want to take the loss on it yet. So Joe's saying go buy Nebel, N-E-B-L, on the dip and hold. So yeah, there's obviously an interest, on some of these smaller coins. If you guys can get 3 or 4 people on here to go buy it, then it starts to go up. You guys think the crypto could affect property value? Do I think crypto could affect property value? I have to think about that one. You're talking about real estate property values? I think people could pull out those, if you saw the earlier scope, they could pull out trillions of dollars and take that money and put it into cryptocurrency and then get the cryptocurrency to go way up. And then people would, and then if the market went down, yeah, it could affect it for sure. XG, any thoughts? That's the Verge one. That's been interesting lately. What do you guys think the crypto, I don't really know. What do you think the crypto market cap will be at the end of the year? It's actually ranked 65 as of today. Oh, 65 is not too bad. What will the market cap be? I mean, I think it's hard. It's so hard to say. I mean, it's gone up so much though. 600 to 850, or I'm sorry, 200 to 850 in 4 days or something like that. Hey, Ferrari's here. Ferrari's are one of our stock trader guys that comes on often. Will you sell Ripple today? I think Ripple could go back up. I don't know. Hey, Ferrari, how's it going? Tron, long term or stay? I'd say keep watching these scopes. People have different opinions on Tron. A lot of them want to hodl for a while. In England, we just call it property market. Okay. Beth Hoover's on. Beth's one of my... she's on often. I followed her recently. She does a fitness thing. Fitness scopes. I sold my Ripple today. Where do you see Ethereum in 6 months? Hey, thanks for the retweet, Beth. Appreciate it. Ripple on Ethereum, yep. I mean, these things are going up and down so fast. It's like if you haven't followed it in 6 hours, it's like I don't know. I mean, I think you got to get a little bit of a crowdsourced opinion on here from different people because, I mean, you can't just take one person because a lot of this is just all supply and demand, right? VeChain will be making moves. Okay, haven't heard that one. Any thoughts on those? Are lists? List comes up sometimes. A few years ago, about a handful of BTC to say for a new drone. Okay, got a new drone. Sweet, suit. So yeah, so we're getting a lot of good repeat people on here. Julian, Ferrari, and Beth, and T-Mac, and Paradise Pets, and Merbs, and these are all like super fans, basically. So it's good to see everyone on here. A lot of repeat people. Hoover is lit. I like Tron and doubled and dumped. Okay. Yeah, Tron might go back up again. These things, some of those in the 20th spot, like Tron and Stellar and stuff, those moved up really fast, I thought. Like, I think Z Classic Port is coming, could be good. I haven't really looked into that. I've heard of the Z Cash. Okay, may buy it back on the dip. Okay. So let's see, just freeze the whole thing in the scan because there's no real world application yet. You feel there's no real world application on just one specifically or all the cryptos in general? I think we might be in the early days of a lot of this stuff, just like we were, with the browser and the .com and all that kind of stuff. And it totally is real. Yeah, so people are saying, people are trying to get it lower cost for currency exchange and some of that kind of. Salt's been brought up once or twice. Let somebody else answer that. I haven't really been following it. Yeah, I think there's a chance that the money's ahead of where the technology is right now. Is Beth a Bitcoin fan? Beth, I think at one point on here, she follows me on a couple other social networks. I think she was in the top 10 at one point on here. South Korea has lots of places that accept crypto. Yeah, the whole South Korea exchange thing has been really interesting. It's been all over the news lately. So there's a thing in the real estate world where you hire contractors to, rehab your house. And there's this idea of don't let the money get ahead of the contractors. And the idea is that they'll either go work on other projects or they'll take the money and run. And so you basically let them do the work and then you pay them, let them do the work and pay them and so forth. Now, Indonesia did. Okay, that must be a new article. I have not seen that one yet. Yeah, it could. Bitcoin, some of the money's come out of that to buy some altcoins. So the idea is that, as you probably can understand that analogy, even if you're not an investor, you don't want to just pay the money and then you never see them again, or numerous other reasons, right? So I think there's a build out on this crypto stuff, and it's like you don't want the money to get too far ahead of where it's at where it's adopted into the world. What everyone think of blockchain. Well, I think nobody really disagrees that's the future, I don't know. I'll let somebody else answer on what the top two are right now. Alt season is over, boys. So he's thinking the alt's going to change back. Maybe blockchain is the future. Yeah, I agree. Easy classes of forking called Bitcoin private. Could the best private coin available to say. See, you know, the mining cost to me is interesting because China is doing the banning of electricity, and the cost to mine is just so much. It's $3,500 to $9,500. It sounds like it's moving to Winnipeg. That's where the new hub's going to be for the mining. So it's going to be interesting, but it's still a bit of a gamble, in my opinion, the mining part. Oh, no, mining coin, I haven't heard about that. Yeah, Winnipeg is where they might move the hub to. If you Google it, Winnipeg and Bitcoin mining hub. That's on Bitcoin futures. Been a month since we went public. They said not very much volume on it. No, sorry, I was talking too fast. No, China's not banning electricity. They're regulating it. Ban wasn't the right word. I was just talking too fast. Too many comments are coming in. China is regulating through governments. They're regulating the electricity out there for the Bitcoin mining and so forth. So, as you know, some of these articles say that by 2020 we're going to use up all the electricity in the world. Other articles are like, that's not true. It's not possibly true. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, there's other articles that on Zero Hedge that get more in depth about things that are in sleep mode. A lot of electronics are in sleep mode. There are laws against using commercial spaces for mining in the U.S. I haven't heard anything about that. I mean, I know a lot of the people that do the mining are huge operations. Like, it's huge in China. Free electricity, well, then, yeah, that's what some of the countries are doing. Iceland as well. They're going for the lower cost. Winnipeg's going to be low cost. Yep, I saw the body heat one of mine. They were in the suit. Busy McDonald's. Yeah, it's busy. It's everyone's here. I was talking about Bitcoin. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to say they were talking about cryptocurrency, but yeah, this is actually the very first one they opened up in this state. I don't know if you guys have seen the. Let me get to that, Johnny, in a second. There's an article. There's an article where people are wearing a suit. They're using the body heat to actually mine Bitcoin. You'd have to Google it. Some people have made money from it so far. I don't know on the Ethereum. No, co-owner thinks it might triple. Just bought over 1 billion XRP tonight, so hold tight. I didn't hear about that. I'll have to look at the person that bought 1 billion of it. So that's interesting. Let me Google that. See what else I was going to say. I forget what I was just talking about, but I haven't been following NEO that much. It comes up every once in a while, but are they still in the top 20? So I think you're going to see some stuff with the supply and demand. Right now there's a lot of demand on the people doing the mining because of how backlogged it is and how long it takes to send it through. But some people are saying because it takes so long to send it through, it's actually making the value of Bitcoin go up more. Okay, you like Merbs likes NEO. Okay, cool. But yeah, let me check on the Ripple thing going up, or the billion or whatever. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I was talking about. But yeah, I think the mining thing is going to be really interesting. It sounds like they're really looking for colder temperatures and cheap electricity, and that's why Winnipeg might buy like 20,000 acres or something like that if you Google that. Ripple will soar by the end of the week. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of cycles here. Everybody's trying to time them. There are ups and downs and everything. Yeah, so that's more or less a bunch of better energy sources out there for mining. Would I be able to just give you the Webster definition of a blockchain right now? No, I probably wouldn't do a really good job of explaining, because a lot of this stuff you got to explain in layman's terms, in my opinion. But there's a couple videos out there, if you guys want to watch them on Bitcoin, and they are absolutely hilarious. One of them is the guy, just Google it, the guy that mumbles what Bitcoin is. Hilarious video. And another one is on the Seth Meyers show. He did one, and I've seen it like 3 or 4 times. It's just hilarious. I wish I could paste it in here. Thanks, Jakey. Thanks for the thoughts. Yeah, there's only 50,000 different things to study on all of this, right? Lost 5,000 potential profit today on Ripple, but holding for the year. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to scam. Good point. No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it seems like one. But yeah, so I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and look under a couple more articles and see what else I can bring you guys from the news out there. And yeah, we'll have another one. Johnny, good question. So I've been around tech since '95. Been around real estate since 2002. have a large real estate investor network, lots of mortgage guys that are friends of mine, and have financial advisors that are friends of mine. And co-founder said he thinks it's going to triple Ethereum. Oh, you sell used cars? Okay, cool. Yeah, I used to do some of that with my dad when I was younger. We'd flip some. Okay, we're just getting some trolls on here. Black user. So I'm going to come back in a little bit when we're done with some of these trolls here. And they're just trying to add a little comedy to this, though. But are you all in your sources for your articles? Yeah, a lot of the sources for the articles are CNBC, Ethereum, and XRP are long holds. Okay, yeah, let me go check out the Ripple thing, see if I can get a really good information on that. And yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe we'll do a little scope that just kind of gives the definition of blockchain as well, so that everybody can kind of go off of that. You know, there's futures, there's all the different futures, and there's 1,400 different coins almost now. And there's all the stocks, there's all the real estate, and there's blockchain, and there's all the underlying technologies, and it's pretty tough to keep up with all of it, right? It would be Coinbase stocking up before releasing it. Okay, good point. Putin coin, all right, cool. And then what about the Trump coin and all those others as well? So, okay, guys, well, I'll be back on in a little bit.